Hey everyone, welcome back to Risa Does Makeup. You know, sometimes you viewers give me some really good ideas for video content. Recently, I was asked if I had to choose out of my entire makeup collection just 10 things. I had to get rid of everything else, or maybe I was running out, God forbid, of the house in a fire, although I don't think I would grab makeup. I would grab, obviously, my kids and my animals and photo albums and sentimental things, not really makeup. But if I had to choose 10 things out of everything that I own in my makeup collection, excluding tools and skincare, what would I take with me? And when I saw that question, I thought, this should be pretty easy. Oh no, it is not easy. It was not easy to choose these 10 items. What I did first was I narrowed it down to 20. And then out of those 20, I chose the 10, but I kept saying to myself, no, this is better. No, I would need this. No, maybe I would take this. So a lot of thought actually went into these picks. Now, I think that most of these won't come as any surprise to those of you who are consistent in viewing my videos, but I do think some might surprise you. And before I get started in this video, speaking of subscribers, I really want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to each and every one of you. Right now, as I'm recording this video, I have slightly over 80,000 subscribers, and I honestly can't believe it. I'm not gonna speak too much because those of you who know me well know that I will start crying, but I just cannot believe that how much my channel has grown just in the last year, how supportive each and every one of you are, the comments you leave me, especially on my most recent video with my mom. I can't even tell you how good that made me feel, how good that made her feel. Every time I film a video, I sincerely hope that I am bringing you something that provides value, gives you confidence, inspiration, whatever it may be. That is what I hope to do with each and every video I put out. And what you guys give back to me is what keeps me going, because you're all so kind and thoughtful. And yes, of course, there are trolls that say horrible things, but I've gotten really good at blocking those people and letting it, those mean comments roll off my back. So thank you all from the bottom of my heart for your support. No matter how big my channel gets or doesn't get, I will always do my best to reply to comments or heart them so you at least know that I've read them, answer your questions the best I can, and take your ideas for videos such as this one, and always just have an open ears and an open heart. So of course, if I could only keep 10 beauty products from my collection, the first categories that are gonna come to my mind are foundation, concealer, powder, and brows, because those are the things that I feel for my face are what is most important, because I have very light brows, so I need to fill in my brows. I am not comfortable in bare skin, so a foundation is a must. Concealer for those dark circles, that's probably priority number one. And powder because I'm so oily. Now, my foundation choice is probably gonna come as a surprise to most of you, even those who watch my channel consistently. That would be the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. This is an oil-free foundation, 14-hour wear, oil controlling, and photo friendly. A lot of you do know that for my oily, mature, textured skin, I really love MAC Studio Fix Fluid, MAC's Pro Longwear Nourishing, Estee Lauder Double Wear, Estee Lauder Double Wear Light. And the reason why I haven't talked about it as much as I've talked about the others is because up until recently, I only had this shade Warm Beige, which is way too dark for me. And this color only works when I have some sort of tan, whether it's in the summer and I've naturally gotten some color, or if I have used self-tanner on my body. But during the winter months, I usually like to embrace the pale. So I decided, after using this one on an occasion where I had gotten a spray tan, I remembered how much I loved it. I loved the finish. I loved the wear. I loved just how it lasted on my skin. So I finally decided to go purchase a lighter color. So I did purchase the nude. It's what I have on now. All the products you're gonna see here in this video are on my face. And I just love this. This is such an excellent foundation. It smells good. It has a pump, which I like. And this is a must for me. Now this does not have a sunscreen, and I know some of you are going to wonder, well, where is the sunscreen in these 10 products? As I said at the very beginning, I excluded tools and skincare, and I am putting SPF in with the skincare. So for concealer, this was a tough one. I was torn between my Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion and my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away. And Magic Away won out just because I feel like this, for me at least, is a little bit more hydrating, and it's Charlotte Tilbury, and you guys know I love me some Charlotte Tilbury, so I'm certainly not gonna not take my Charlotte Tilbury concealer. And for powder, I do prefer loose over pressed, and I was torn in this case between my Lawless brightening powder, my Lancome mattifying powder, the Too Faced Peach Perfect mattifying powder, and my Huda Beauty. The Huda Beauty won simply because I can use this to set my concealer under my eyes, and I can use it lightly on the rest of my face, and it just gives such a beautiful finish. It doesn't cake up under my eyes when I do use it to set concealer. It's so finely milled, and it took me a few minutes to, going kind of eeny, meeny, miny, mo, but this is the one I reach for the most these days, so this is coming with me. So aside from foundation, concealer, and powder, being as naturally blonde as I am, although now my natural color is more gray than blonde, I have very light brows and very light lashes. So mascara and brow pencil are super important. And I do wear a lot of false lashes, so the mascara I purchase isn't that important. So I chose for my mascara the MAC Extended Play Gigablack Lash, because this is what I use to blend my real lashes into my falsies. And it's my #1 choice for the lower lashes. It never smudges. It really separates the lower lashes without making them look clumpy or too spiky. And it also works well, I think, for the upper lashes. So I want one that can do both. And a lot of times those real thickening mascaras with the big teddy bear type brush, those are a little bit too intense for the lower lash line. So anyway, this one is just, I think, really good for both. So this would go with me. And then for brows, I couldn't really choose. This is the one product where I have 2 items that I go back and forth between. And they are the Hourglass Arch Brow in Platinum and the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil in shade 2. I started using this pencil, I think, early last summer. And I used it very sparingly because it's pricey, and I have plenty of other brow pencils that are way less money that I could use instead. So I use this one very sparingly, but I gotta say that this is the one I reach for when I have an event, if I just know I want the perfect looking brow, that's the perfect color no matter what tone my hair comes out each time I visit the salon. Sometimes it's cooler, sometimes it's warmer, and this just seems to always work perfectly. This spoolie does not break off no matter how rough you are with it. It brushes up all the hairs beautifully. Whoa, it does have a angled tip, so you can go in and make little hair strokes, as does the Benefit Goof Proof. It also has a spoolie, which so far hasn't broken off, and it has a little bit of a smaller angled tip to it. So I had a really hard time choosing, but I guess in this moment, if I had to choose just one, I would probably I definitely would take the Hourglass. Okay, you might have noticed that I didn't mention a face primer. That was in my original 20 before I narrowed it down to 10. And the reason is that with this Peach Perfect foundation, I find that I don't really need a primer. It gives me the finish and the wear that I like, no primer needed. So no face primer, but I definitely have to have an eyeshadow primer. I have said this a million times in my videos that my lids are so oily that I don't care what any celebrity makeup artist says who claims that no one needs primers, nobody needs lid primers, just use a concealer or just use a MAC paint pot or just use powder. No, that does not work for these eyeballs. I have to have a shadow primer. And so my current favorite is this one from NARS. It is the Tinted Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. I use the shade Medium. The tint neutralizes any discoloration on the lid, So the colors are very, very true when they're applied, the eyeshadow colors or the eyeliners, and it keeps my shadows on all day. It doesn't dry my lids out. It doesn't make blending more difficult. This is an excellent, excellent shadow primer. All right, just 4 more things. My blush choice was pretty easy. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Ecstasy blush. It's my favorite of all time. Whenever somebody asks me about the Charlotte Tilbury brand and what I think the star products from her line are, I always mention the blushes first. I have almost every color. I truly like them all, but Ecstasy is so flattering. It's a beautiful peachy pink. It's pigmented, it's long wearing. It's just the perfect color. It goes with any look that I do. Smoky eyes, natural eyes, red lip, pale lip, whatever the look, this blush is a go-to. So my 8th pick is another Charlotte Tilbury product, but I promise you it's the last one I'm showing. I didn't choose all Charlotte Tilbury, but this is another standout product from the line that I have used for years. I most recently purchased the medium dark version, but this is the light medium version of, or just light version of the Film Star Bronze and Glow. And the reason I chose this is because it's a 2-in-1. It is a contour powder and a highlighter. And the reason why I chose this one over the medium dark one that I put, I think, in my December favorites is because that one doesn't have a highlighter that works for my skin tone. Now, I know you guys have been waiting to see what eyeshadow palette I chose, and this was the hardest because my choices that I narrowed down to were the Modern Renaissance from Anastasia Beverly Hills, pretty much all Anastasia palettes. Was it going to be Norvina? Was it going to be Soft Glam? Was it going to be Modern Renaissance? No, no, no. The winner was Tartelette in Bloom. Why Tartelette in Bloom, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. It's because it has every color that I need, that I prefer, that I like to use on my eyes on a regular basis. I love the white to highlight under my brow. I love these neutral mattes through here for my crease, or if I'm doing just an everyday light matte look. I love this color Funny Girl for the lid or as a tear duct glow. And these 2 shimmers, this one is Firecracker. It's one of my all-time favorites. I don't know why I'm swatching this. I'm betting a lot of you already own this palette. So that's Firecracker. I usually wet my brush before applying that color so it comes out a lot more intense. And finally, you've got these really nice dark mattes along the side that are perfect to use as liner or for an easy smoky eye or for an outer corner if you want to do a more cat eye look, which is what I typically do. And once again, I am using the eyeshadow palette. As I said, I'm using everything. Everything you saw here is currently on my face, including the lip I'm about to show you. So this would be my #1 choice for palettes if I could only choose one. And that is saying a lot because I own probably 50 eyeshadow palettes. I haven't counted recently. It could be more. And finally, for lips, I chose another 2-in-1 product, which actually could be a 3-in-1 product because you can use this on your cheeks and blend out for cheek color. This is the NARS Velvet Matte Pencil, and this is a new favorite of mine. It's called Intriguing, and I love the feel of these velvet mattes, and they act as lip liner too. So you don't need a separate lip liner. And as I was saying, you can put some on your cheeks and blend it out for blush. So this would definitely be my choice for lips, which is also saying a lot because I won't even tell you how many lip products I own. It's insanity. All right, guys, I did it, and I'm really happy with my selections of the 10 products that I would choose if I could only choose 10 from my entire makeup collection to take with me to a deserted island or something. I don't know why this would ever happen, but a viewer wanted to know, and all I want to ever do is please you guys. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are not already. I can also be found on Instagram and sometimes on Snapchat and sometimes on Facebook and sometimes on Twitter, but very rarely. But it's all under the same name, Risa Does Makeup. So again, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for 80,000 subscribers here on YouTube. It's been a long journey, but so worth it. Your support, as I said in the beginning, means the world to me. Every comment, every like, every share, it just validates what I do and makes me want to continue to bring you the best content I possibly can. So with that said, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video.